11 minutes till 7. We're on the scene right now of breaking news in Orlando. Just an absolute tragic situation there. A massive search still underway for a 2-year-old boy dragged into a lagoon by an alligator last night near Disney's Grand Floridian Resort.
Now, this all happened around 9:30 last night, and multiple agencies haven't stopped searching for this boy since. They say that boy was on the edge of the water where a no swimming sign has been posted. Now, officials spoke just about 15 minutes ago. FWC says this is very rare, and they would not comment on the condition of the boy or the likelihood that he could possibly be found alive, only that they will stay in that present area and continue to search for him.
Yeah, they say that this is still a search and rescue mission at this point. Now, we know that they have taken 4 alligators out of that lake, but authorities say there's still no sign of that toddler. So far, authorities also say there's no evidence that either of these gators is the one that grabbed the toddler. Coming up, we've got a reporter on the scene. Our Corey Deerdorf is there live on the scene. He's got an update on how the park and this resort will move forward after this tragedy.
And good morning, everybody. We are checking your drive from Pinellas into Hillsborough. If you're heading across the Howard Franklin, you're in great shape. I just checked the drive time, just 7 minutes to get across. That's a little bit under what we typically see this time of the morning, and looking good as you continue on through downtown Tampa. A quick check of the toll roads, starting off on the Veterans, 20 minutes to get from 54 to 275, and looking great on the Leroy Selman Expressway, 6 minutes from I-75 into downtown Tampa. And the average speeds right now, this is over in Pinellas County. Look at that, 69 and 70 in both directions on 275. All right, let's check in with Action Air 1. Captain Al, you're over a crash on 275 at Hillsborough.
Hey, good morning, Janelle. And you have to look quick or it'll all be gone. Southbound 275 between Hillsborough and MLK. There were 3 vehicles, and FHP, I think he instructed them to exchange information and be on your way. That's what 2 of them have already done. One's still sitting there, not affecting traffic. It's off to the side. Looking over my left shoulder, westbound I-4 getting busy as it heads into the junction with 275. Otherwise, no other accidents or delays. Here's Ivan with your forecast.
Warm and steamy this morning, but dry so far, and really mostly dry for the afternoon as well. Will be a few storms out there, about 20 to 30% coverage. Some low clouds out there this morning. Those will lift, and then eventually we'll get into some daily storms here. But the coverage, like yesterday, in fact, a little bit lower possibly today, with temperatures in the mid and upper 70s right now, low 80s along the coast. A few coastal showers out there, or not coastal really, they're over the Gulf here. I think we're okay this morning here with some drier air up on top of us here. That'll limit our rain chances today once again. There you see the arrows pointing in the easterly direction. That's a west wind that'll push not just showers or storms, but the cloud cover. So it'll be nice and clear along the beaches. More rain chances will be about 20 to 30% a little bit further to the east. And our temperatures today, nothing unusual for this time of year, really upper 80s to low 90s. The issue is we have so much moisture here at the surface that will allow for our heat index values to once again be anywhere from 100 to 105. Now, over the next few days, the coverage will not stay at 20 to 30. It'll actually continue to increase with more moisture coming in on Friday. And then we have a front that comes in through the panhandle on Saturday. And what that will do is it will allow for some higher rain chances coming up on Saturday and into Father's Day itself. Not a rainout certainly here, but more widespread showers and thunderstorms as opposed to the widely scattered variety that we have today, and then a little drier heading into early next week. Difficult to shut off rain chances this time of year, so we'll keep it at 30 to 40 for Monday and Tuesday.
Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi is now defending her position on gay rights. CNN anchor Anderson Cooper grilled Bondi over her record on gay rights.
I've never said I don't like gay people. That's ridiculous.
But do you worry about using language accusing gay people of trying to do harm to the people of Florida when doesn't that send a message to some people who might have bad ideas in mind?
Anderson, I don't believe gay people could do harm to the state of Florida.
But you argued that in court.
Bondi has taken a stance against same-sex marriages in Florida. After the Pulse nightclub shooting, she said anyone who attacks the LGBT community will be punished to the fullest extent of the law.
And the Orlando nightclub shooting is igniting fierce debate among politicians whether the country's gun laws need to be changed. Now, many Democrats are calling for tougher controls like prohibiting assault weapons and banning people on terror watch lists from buying guns. Now, the RNC chairman warns, quote, terrorists win when they convince politicians they should take away constitutional rights. Now, it should be noted the expanded mandatory background checks President Obama has implemented would not have kept weapons out of the hands of recent mass shooting suspects. It's 6:53 as your morning sprint counts you down to Good Morning America. ABC Action News bringing you news, weather, and traffic you need to know all before heading out the door.
We start out this morning with Corey Deardorff. He's live near Disney's Grand Floridian Resort, where authorities just updated us on their massive search right now for a 2-year-old boy dragged into a lake by an alligator. This morning, we're also getting a closer look at inside Pulse nightclub. We're going to have that coming up in just a second. We do want to check in with Corey. He's on the scene now live.
Yeah, we just had that press conference from the Orange County Sheriff's Office as well as Florida Fish and Wildlife saying they are still in a search and rescue mode. They have not switched to recovery mode, and they are holding out hope that they can find this little 2-year-old boy in that pond near the Grand Floridian right here in Disney's. Let's take a look at some of that video shot last night from inside when the search efforts were going. Multiple boats on scene, helicopters in the air, 50 different officers trying to find that child, but they were not able to find them. Grief counselors are on scene with the family. Guys, this was a family that was just here vacationing from Nebraska, trying to get away from it all, spending some time on a shoreline just outside of the pool here at the resort when that child was snatched. The father jumping in, trying to save the boy. He was unable to grab him. We're going to have the latest on air and online all day.
All right, thanks, Corey. We are also staying in Orlando. We have more coverage now on the nightclub massacre there.
And this morning, we're getting a closer look after a gunman killed 49 people there. Orlando Health says 6 patients are still in the ICU, and 1 or 2 of them were, in their words, profoundly ill, and doctors worry about their long-term care. Now, a bit later today, Orlando's mayor says they'll be opening an assistance facility for family members, helping them with counseling and also travel plans and funeral arrangements. Also this morning, we expect to hear from lawmakers about tactical plans to prevent future tragedies like this one from ever happening again, as President Obama gets ready to visit Orlando tomorrow.
Investigators say they haven't ruled out charging other people in the nightclub massacre. Authorities say they're looking into whether anyone had advanced knowledge of the attack, including the gunman's current wife. Investigators say Noor Salman, this woman that you see right there being escorted into an apartment, told the FBI that her husband wanted to carry out a jihadist attack, but she denied knowledge of his plans to target Pulse nightclub and shoot more than 100 people.
And good morning, everybody. We're checking the cameras in the Brandon area, I-75 northbound. A crash reported right around State Road 60. Not seeing anything on my cameras, and your drive times northbound on I-75 are still in the green. All right, let's check in with Action Air 1. Captain Al, how are things where you are?
Little accident here westbound I-4 right by the Hard Rock Casino. You can see it over on the shoulder. FHP, a couple vehicles and a glass truck. No debris on the road. All lanes getting by. Here's Ivan with your forecast.
Hot and steamy, isolated inland storms with highs in the low 90s.
Meanwhile, our search for that 2-year-old in Orlando dragged into a lagoon by an alligator continues right now on Good Morning America.
And of course, if authorities find that 2-year-old boy in Orlando, we will send you a push alert on your ABC Action News mobile app.
And Ivan and Janelle are back in 25 minutes. Have a great morning, everybody.